Constance? What is that knocking?
Mr. Houdini, sir. I think it's that same gentleman at the kitchen door again.
I'm coming. Fetch Mrs. Houdini.
Yes, sir.
Careful, careful. Mind the shovel.
Sorry. So sorry.
It was indeed young Davis. In an even worse state than before.
All right, I'm here.
Mr. Houdini. Mrs. Houdini. Early yesterday morning, Grigsby got an urgent message to me, asking me to meet him at the 3rd Avenue Bridge.
Which side?
This side. The Harlem side. As I approached, I saw him standing at the railing of the pedestrian walkway. He was looking out over the river.
Go on, please.
I feel completely insane talking about this. But I can only say what I believe I actually saw. Before I could call out to Grigsby, I saw Adam Stark standing alongside one of the stanchions, just behind Grigsby. As I watched, a tiny hole, like a whirlpool in water, opened up in the air in front of Stark. It was pitch black inside, and it seemed to me that he reached in and? He reached in and plucked what appeared to be a small gold coin or medallion out of the whirlpool. Grigsby turned around, and before I could call out to warn him, Stark expertly flicked the coin at Grigsby with his thumb and forefinger. It caught Grigsby square in the chest. It lifted him off his feet and up over the guardrail. And as he was falling, I saw the coin exit out of his back and vanish into the water. A split second before Grigsby himself hit, it sank, out of sight in the current.
Good God.
It's insane. I must be losing my mind. Please, please, I beg of you both, do not pursue this matter any further. I know I have to go. They're looking for me. They're going to pin this on me. I can feel it.
And with that, he was gone. Bess and I looked at one another.
Do you believe him?
I do. Just like I believed Madame Koslova.
Me too.
Do we keep going?
I think we have to. We have no choice.
Good. Then we're agreed. It only took 12 hours before poor Davis was proven right. I was out running errands when suddenly...
Murder! Murder at the 3rd Avenue Bridge! Murder!
There, on the front page, was everything Davis had feared.
Government agent kills partner! Throws body up 3rd Avenue Bridge! Body vanishes! Killer agent caught making run for it!
Here! Young man! Here.
Thank you, mister.
I grabbed a copy and headed for home as quickly as I could. When I got to the bottom of our steps, I realized there was a handsome cab waiting at the curb. And I saw Bess, wearing her royal blue cloak and carrying a large cloth-wrapped soup tureen, getting ready to step out onto the porch. Wait, darling, wait! I hurtled up the steps 2 at a time to join her in the vestibule, closing the door behind us.
Harry, what is it? What happened?
We need to talk.
Carolina overdid it at the party the other night, and I'm taking her some of Constance's garlic soup.
Let Constance take it. Constance! Please, come up here.
All right.
Mr. Houdini, what is it, sir?
There's a cab waiting out front. Can you please take this soup over to Mrs. Boswick's house?
Oh, Mr. Houdini, sir, I have a souffle in the oven. Verity'll have no idea when to take it out. It'll be ruined.
It's all right, Constance. Let's ask Verity to do it then.
Mrs. Houdini, the girl has no overcoat. I can see my breath out there.
It's fine, Constance. She can wear my cloak and my gloves.
Thank you, ma'am.
We brought Verity up from the kitchen and decked her out in Bess's cloak, hood, and gloves. Then sent her out with a suit to meet the cab, while Constance hurried away to tend her souffle.
Now, Harry, what's happened?
Everything Davis feared. He's been arrested and charged with Grigsby's murder.
My God.
Before I could say another word, we both heard the terrified screams coming from out on the sidewalk.
Is that Verity?
I tried the door, but the brass thumb latch refused to budge.
Did you lock it?
It won't move. There. We raced outside.
Verity!
Verity lay, splayed on her back on the sidewalk, eyes staring at nothing, mouth open, soup and shards of crockery everywhere.
Verity! Can you hear me, Verity?
Bess was unable to rouse her. Driver, did you see anything? Was she attacked?
No one touched her, Gov. Some fella walked by, but he didn't lay a hand on her as far as I could tell.
What fella? Describe him.
A tallish fella, Gov. Dressed in black, white hair, kind of pale looking. Oh, flipping a coin in the air and catching it in his hand he was.
All right. Help us get her up. As we lifted Verity off the sidewalk, I saw the glint I was expecting. A gold coin on the pavement underneath her. Bess, look.
I see it.
I pocketed the coin before anyone could see it. There we go. What did the doctor say?
He said she's catatonic. He's given Constance some laudanum to administer every few hours.
Will she recover?
She has a chance, if she gets rest and quiet. Constance has already sent around for her things. She won't let Verity be dragged back into the madness that passes for the poor girl's home life.
No visible wound?
Nothing. Not a scratch.
Stark appears to be using these coins as a projectile of some sort. What else?
He said the only time he's ever seen anything like this is in someone who's been scared nearly to death.
Come look at this. The coin is identical to the one the coroner found in Madame Koslova's remains. And I'll wager the same as the one Davis saw appearing to pass right through Grigsby's body. Same engraving.
A triangle intertwined with a circle and a sideways Z with a bar through it.
Exactly. She was wearing your cloak. Bess, darling. This was meant for you. As a message to me. That could be you in that bed upstairs.
I know.
What I do if something had happened to you?
Shh. It didn't. I'm fine. Come here.
This is pure insanity. Dare appears to believe he's all-powerful with no accountability. Employing Stark to use whatever means, including this thing, this coin trick, to bend events to his liking. What in God's name is giving him that kind of arrogant confidence? What's the basis for it?
I think we need to find out. Because it's clear he's not going to stop. No remorse, no compunction. It doesn't matter if it's a sitting president, a government agent, a magician's wife, or a kitchen maid.
We need to discover the origin of these coins. Davis said Stark appeared to pluck it out of the air. Is it a parlor trick? Sleight of hand, perhaps, combined with Some form of power of suggestion? It may well be that Oliver was right.
If anybody can figure this out, we can.
All right. Let's start with all the facts as we know them. All right. All the facts as we know them. The engraving on the coin. What did Bess say?
A triangle intertwined with a circle and a sideways Z with a bar through it.
Yes. I recognize that. Where is it? Where is it? No, not this one. I know it's... There. It's what I thought. The 8th letter of the Greek alphabet, theta. The symbol of death. A coin engraved with a symbol of death. My next instinct was to reach for the note Harry left behind with the cylinders. I needed to reread the last part. The castle of our case led me to discover a world that exists alongside our own. A world which exerts a brutal and pervasive influence on our daily lives that most people have no knowledge or understanding of. It is this other world that I strive now to unmask. It has become my life's work, with Bess at my side. Our work continues, and the danger increases every day. I am making these recordings in the event that I fail to survive what I have uncovered. I was suddenly overwhelmed by exhaustion. I left everything as it was, collapsed on the couch, and fell into a deep sleep, disrupted by dreams of what I had heard and experienced through the recordings. I woke up knowing it was true, but not yet fully accepting it. It took one more sign, one more little push. On my way to my morning lecture.
Hey, Professor. The usual today?
Yes, please. Out of nowhere, a tatted-up guy with camo pants and a baseball cap had his elbow in my ribs, leaning toward the barista.
Hey, faggot! Did you not see that I was here first? How could you not see that?
But you weren't, sir.
I was, you little piece of shit. Now, if you don't want me over on your side of the counter, you get me my fucking order. Ice grande with Irish cream syrup. Now!
Hey, it's fine. You can get him his order.
Well, thank you, Mr. God fucking shit. As if he needs your fucking permission.
No, he doesn't. He also doesn't need you talking to him like that.
According to who? Some woke-ass commie homo lover? Guess we know who you voted for.
Here's your order, sir.
Now that wasn't so hard, was it? You fucking little fag.
I turned to watch him through the window as he stormed away. As the tough guy passed out of sight, another man came into view. Tall, dressed in black, pale skin, white hair, dark eyes. He made a circle with his finger in front of him, and a tiny black hole appeared in the air. A gold coin dropped into his palm. He balanced it on his thumb and then flipped it straight up, expertly. It went up, and up, and up. until it vanished, high over his head.
Here's your latte, Professor.
Oh, yeah. Thanks.
And thanks for the support.
Sure. Of course. By the time I looked back, he was gone. I looked around as I left. No one else had noticed the guy with the coin. It was a performance just for me. I finally understood, and the conclusion was inescapable. However this had happened, that was my life. Those are my memories. This is my fight.
You've been listening to Hindsight, The Day Before, an MHP original audio drama produced by Mark Haynes Productions and Radio Pictures. Written and directed by Kelly Lyons. This premium audio drama is based on Hindsight, an original television series created by Mark Haynes, now in development at MHP. Hindsight, The Day Before, stars Santiago Cabrera as Gabe Strasser, Harry Houdini, Sabangale Malambo as Bess Houdini, M.C. Gainey as Agent Grigsby, Nolan Gerard Funk as Agent Davis, Marin Dungy as Nomi Bernard, Sarah Botsford as Mrs. Elizabeth Ivory, Aaron Stanford as Josh Peters, Joe DiNicole as Justin Devereaux, Eileen Gruba as Madame Valeria Koslova, D. Taylor Loeb as Jackie Chen, Melinda Peterson as Carolina Boswick, Phil Proctor as William Howe, with Ian Anthony Dale as Lyford Dare and John Goodman as Justice Oliver Wendell Holmes Jr. Additional performances by Zach Garrett, Benny Felix, Julia Berglund. Executive produced by Mark Haynes. Series producer Kelly Lyons. Produced by Mark Haynes, Kelly Lyons, and Ted Bonnet. Original score composed by Greg Martin. Editing, technical direction, and sound design by Ted Bonnet. Post-production supervision by Ted Bonnet and Kelly Lyons. Re-recording mixer and Atmos audio production designer, Andy Snavely. Casting director, Russell Boast. Casting consultant, D. Taylor Loeb. Script supervisors, Julia Hirsch and Marilyn Miller. Assistant director and unit production manager, Camila Contreras. Production coordinator, Patty Lynn Poncho. Audio production consultant, Brent Kaiser. Sound recordist, Jay Kim. Boom operators, Chris Sin and Shelley Wen. Production assistants, Emily Koskett, Yolanda Jeremia, Cheyenne Sandifer, Julia Berglund, Anya Johnson, Veronica Romero, and Eric Berglund. BTS videographers Ephraim Zapata and Andrew Pimentel. COVID-19 compliance officers, Ryan Wally and Annalie Richards. The producers would like to give special thanks to Brian Ackerman, Anita Ackerman, and Ida Hallinan. Hindsight, The Day Before, is an MHP original premium audio drama produced by Mark Haynes Productions, markhaynesproductions.com, and Radio Pictures, radiopictures.com. Copyright 2023 by Mark Haynes Productions, LLC. Sound recording copyright 2023 by Mark Haynes Productions, LLC. You've been listening to Hindsight, The Day Before, an MHP original audio drama produced by Mark Haynes Productions and Radio Pictures. Written and directed by Kelly Lyons. This premium audio drama is based on Hindsight, an original television series created by Mark Haynes, now in development at MHP. Hindsight, The Day Before, stars Santiago Cabrera as Gabe Strasser, Harry Houdini, Sabangale Malambo as Bess Houdini, M.C. Gainey as Agent Grigsby, Nolan Gerard Funk as Agent Davis, Marin Dungy as Nomi Bernard, Sarah Botsford as Mrs. Elizabeth Ivory, Aaron Stanford as Josh Peters, Joe DiNicole as Justin Devereaux, Eileen Gruba as Madame Valeria Koslova, D. Taylor Loeb as Jackie Chen, Melinda Peterson as Carolina Boswick, Phil Proctor as William Howe, with Ian Anthony Dale as Lyford Dare, and John Goodman as Justice Oliver Wendell Holmes Jr. Additional performances by Zach Garrett, Benny Felix, Julia Berglund. Executive produced by Mark Haynes. Series producer, Kelly Lyons. Produced by Mark Haynes, Kelly Lyons, and Ted Bonnet. Original score composed by Greg Martin. Editing, technical direction, and sound design by Ted Bonnet. Post-production supervision by Ted Bonnet and Kelly Lyons. Re-recording mixer and Atmos audio production designer, Andy Snavely. Casting director, Russell Boast. Casting consultant, D. Taylor Loeb. Script supervisors, Julia Hirsch and Marilyn Miller. Assistant director and unit production manager, Camila Contreras. Production coordinator, Patty Lynn Poncho. Audio production consultant, Brent Kaiser. Sound recordist, Jay Kim. Boom operators, Chris Sin and Shelley Wen. Production assistants, Emily Coscott, Yolanda Jeremia, Cheyenne Sandifer, Julia Berglund, Anya Johnson, Veronica Romero, and Eric Berglund. BTS videographers Ephraim Zapata and Andrew Pimentel. COVID-19 compliance officers, Ryan Wally and Annalie Richards. The producers would like to give special thanks to Brian Ackerman, Anita Ackerman, and Ida Hallinan. Hindsight, The Day Before, is an MHP original premium audio drama produced by Mark Haynes Productions, markhaynesproductions.com, and Radio Pictures, radiopictures.com.